All right, guys, welcome back to another Master and Apprentice video and podcast. We've got a lot of fun news to go over. Obviously, we just had SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con. A lot of Marvel news came out of there. There's not like one big thing I wanted to go over. There's obviously a lot of stuff with the MCU. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, so I'm not really doing anything new by covering it, but I wanted to go over it. And there's some cool Lego Marvel stuff that also came out. And the first we'll go over is there was a new Doomsday trailer that was shown. Now, we don't have any footage. You can easily go and find like the audios, like people recording the audio at the Comic-Con. We're not going to play it here, but if you're interested in that and you want to at least hear it, I would recommend it. But this trailer is really cool. It's It definitely seems a lot darker than initially thought for this movie. I mean, people like us, we kind of knew what to expect, but someone from the outside looking in might not have expected this. And it's just like Doom is not necessarily threatening, but he's just more menacing, and the way he gives off is like this Doom guy is not what anyone's going to be expecting. And so it's very cool. Everything I've heard from it, like all of the breakdowns, very, very cool. The other big stuff, obviously, Ghost Rider was cast. We have an official announcement date. They didn't give too specific. They just said 2028 Ghost Rider, Marvel Studios. So it'll be probably one of those first movies coming out of Secret Wars. There's another movie that was announced for 2028 that had a little bit more of a date. We'll get into that in a second. But Ryan Gosling was confirmed, was set as the Ghost Rider actor, and then also it's gonna be directed by Sean Levy. He did the Deadpool Wolverine movie. He's working with Ryan Gosling on the Star Wars Starfighter movie. So obviously they had some sort of chemistry that they liked, that they agreed to work with another movie so quickly after. That's cool. One of those announcements that's really cool. It's not necessarily groundbreaking, at least not to me. It's a really cool casting. It's a cool announcement. But Ghost Rider is not, it's nothing groundbreaking. Like, I was expecting, X-Men to be groundbreaking. Spoiler alert, there's no X-Men anything that was kind of announced. That's groundbreaking. Ghost Rider's cool, but like Ghost Rider's cool only for a while. I mean, it is what it is. But the other thing that was announced for movie-wise was Ryan Coogler is set to return to direct Black Panther 3. Going to be December 15th, 2028. All the cast is returning, except we get David Johnson as our new Black Panther. So T'Challa Jr., the son that we see at the end of Black Panther 2, he's going to be all grown up, I guess, by the time we get to Black Panther 3, and it's going to be David Johnson. Now, I don't know too much about him. I just know he was in the movie Long Walk. He was also in the movie, the project Alien Romulus. So those are some pretty decent successes in the last couple of years that he's been in. So he's fairly young. He looks like he fits the Black Panther role perfectly. It's cool. It's a cool announcement. It's not necessarily a complete recast of T'Challa because it's T'Challa's son. We'll see if that's gonna stick, because we've heard rumors that they want to recast T'Challa. Maybe this is their way of playing in the middle, but either way, it's cool. Like I said, this is kind of all we get though from Hall H. It was kind of a weird. Again, they hype it up every year. Every time they go and do Hall H, they've done crazy reveals. Obviously, one of the big last ones was Robert Downey Jr., Doctor Doom, right? The first trailer for Infinity War. Like, they've done some really cool hype stuff. And it sounds like that trailer was super cool, but the public didn't get it. And so maybe that's kind of why it doesn't feel that great for people on the outside looking in. Either way, I think it's cool. Before we move on to the next thing, anything on any of those announcements, Afton?
I mean, not really too much. We got two big movies coming up, Ghost Rider, Black Panther. It seems cool for both, but I was going to say it does seem a little bit overwhelming looking in, but then again, we didn't get that trailer. I bet that trailer, I got to listen to the audio. I bet that trailer is just absolute hype, so I'm going to take a look at that for the leaked audio if I can.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see. Cool. Well, my theory is we'll start seeing that stuff after Spider-Man. They're just waiting. I think it's kind of hard to try to promo a big movie later in the year when you have another big movie just around the corner that you don't want people to kind of overshadow and forget. And so I think that's the middle line they're trying to play right now. I don't think they're doing anything, conniving. I think they're just trying to play that middle line of promoting the right stuff at the right time. Maybe we'll even see that trailer during the Spider-Man movie showings. That's possible. Then the other really cool thing we get is Lego Marvel sets announced and revealed. The Doctor Doom bust that was showed officially, we've already seen that. I think we even covered it on one of our videos, kind of going over the pictures. That's coming out in September, so just around the corner. The other ones are the play sets coming out October. We've got three and another fourth one. The first one that we've obviously heard about was the Sentinel Battle Set 76348. It's going to be $100, 146 pieces. The minifigure lineup, we get Doctor Doom, Thor, Reed Richards, Mystique, Nightcrawler, and Magneto. So a pretty cool lineup of minifigures. The Sentinel itself looks pretty cool. It doesn't look like crazy big, but it looks kind of similar to the Galactus we got. It looks a little bit bigger than the one we got in the X-Mansion set that we got 2 years ago. This looks a little bit more akin to the size of the Galactus set we got for the Fantastic Four movie just last year. So pictures we've seen all look stellar. The Thor looks great. The Doctor Doom looks fantastic as well. It looks like it's the same exact one we see in the Doctor Doom bust. This one has some like green glowing pieces to kind of give it some magic effect. That looks really cool. The Nightcrawler looks sick. His hair piece is a new mold with the big elf ears. He comes with a sword. The Mystique looks fantastic. The Magneto looks really, really cool. From all the pictures I've seen, they do a really good job of showing he's much older Magneto, not a young Magneto, and his costume is a lot more worn down, not that bright purple costume we're used to seeing in the comics. So very, very cool. The Mr. Fantastic looks pretty similar to the one that we see in the Fantastic Four set from last year. The next one we get is the new Avengers Tower set 76352, $110 with 954 pieces. Looking at the picture, the building itself is kind of stubby. It looks a little short and wide, but the play functions from the pictures I've seen are really, really cool. This one's pretty sick. It gives us a lot of the new Avengers, which we haven't really gotten, so that's awesome. It gives us, which I think is the best, the Human Torch, but it gives him with his fire on effect. So he's all orange and yellowed out, and then they give him like a hair piece to make his head look like it's inflamed, give him some hand pieces, and like add some extra flames to his feet. He's fully engulfed in flames. So that's sick, because we didn't get that. We just got him in this normal Fantastic Four costume. So that one's cool. Doctor Doom, same thing. It looks like the same one we've seen in the other two sets. We get a new Yelena. We get a new Bucky Barnes. The Bucky looks really sick. The Yelena looks really sick. I think one of the last times we saw Yelena, if I'm not mistaken, was in the Black Widow sets that came out 5, 6, 7 years ago. So get a new one finally is pretty cool. Red Guardian we get in this set. He looks awesome. He gets his shield. He gets a whole Captain America outfit, pretty much all red and Russianed out. He looks really, really cool. And then we also get the Sentry, which I think this is cool. Now, I don't know if this is really any sort of spoiler or anything, but everything we've seen in this trailer, Bob is like nowhere to be seen, especially not the Sentry. And so to see the Sentry fighting with the new Avengers, the Human Torch, and Doctor Doom at New Avengers Tower is really, really cool. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean it's a hard confirm the Sentry's going to fight Doctor Doom. No, but I do think the Lego isn't pulling the source material out of nowhere. Like, we're going to see the Sentry at the very least in this movie. Now, I don't know what the parameters of that is, but that does mean we're going to see the Sentry. And the minifigure itself is really, really cool. I love how it looks. It's not the long golden hair, though, I'll say. It's the short brown hair. So, again, I don't know if that's necessarily a spoiler, but it is kind of, if Lego is making the set that way in particular, they're pulling it from somewhere. That's, I think, obvious. So that's cool. It's showing that we're going to get the Sentry. We're going to get not golden hair Sentry, but Bob Sentry. So very, very cool. And the last one we get is set 76347, the Avengers Doomsday Quinjet. It's going to be $60 with 433 pieces. This one's the smallest of them. The Quinjet itself is like one of those one-person only cockpit Quinjet. It looks like it has a little bit of a cargo area, but like it's not minifigure size accurate. The figure lineup is great. It's Doctor Doom. He's in all of these sets. Cyclops. So we get John Marston's Cyclops. That looks absolutely fantastic. I gotta say, I love the blue with the yellow X-Men strap. We get the Thing, still not the big figure mold. I'm such a stickler for that because we don't get many of them, and the Thing definitely deserves to be one of them. He's like the same size as the Hulk, you know what I mean? He's obviously a little bit shorter, but not so much smaller that he needs to be a minifigure with big hands. He looks like he's got the rubber hands that you see sold at Walmart on his character. Like, it looks dumb. I just hate how it looks. And we also get Sam Wilson's Captain America. It looks very similar to the ones that we saw in Brave New World sets. I can't tell any differences from the picture, but it looks pretty much the exact same. So overall, these minifigures all look fantastic. The sets look all really, really great. The one last one to mention is set 40880, the Brickheads set for $40, 467 pieces. It's a really weird lineup. It's not what I expected. I expect maybe they'll do another one of these. Just because there's such a huge cast of characters, but we get Doctor Doom, Thor, The Thing, and Gambit. So a pretty cool lineup of characters. I expect we'll get one more, especially because there's no girls in this one, and these characters like the Gambit and Thing I don't think really have crazy importance. Thor definitely does, and Doctor Doom definitely does, but the Gambit and Thing are kind of weird inclusions. So I think we'll get another one of these Doomsday Brickhead bundles. That being said, there's plenty of sets that are also rumored to come out later after Doomsday comes out, like January, because this movie comes out in December, so it would make sense that they don't want to show everything, but they do want to get some of this promotion stuff out there. So yeah, with all that being said, what do you think about all those sets, Afton?
I mean, I think it's awesome. Every single one has a Doom minifigure, which is cool to me. I mean, obviously excluding the Brickheads, which doesn't count because they never come with minifigures, and it's a Brickheads of Doom. The bust we already kind of went over, so I won't really get much into that. I will say though, the 3 playsets look absolutely great. The price is whatever. It's maybe a little bit bad for the piece count, but you're actually getting a really good mix of minifigures. The one thing I hate is when they'll give a $110 set and they'll price it for per piece at like okay, and then they'll give you like 2 less minifigures than you feel like you earned with the amount that it costs. But these ones have both a great lineup of minifigures and just good minifigures. I mean, the Human Torch looks great. The Sentry looks great. Doom and all 3, I assume, are the exact same, but he looks great. Overall, these 3 sets just they look good. Sorry, these 3 sets, the three play sets just look great. And I will agree with you that Thing is just tragic because every single minifigure on this entire lineup is just wow, that's great, and then the Thing is just a holy airball. Like that's not
probably
really
my least favorite minifigure of all of these. I think it's by far the worst one.
I don't think it's a
so
question.
Standout. No, I mean even the Red Hulk, who was in his own movie for like 10 minutes, he got a big figure mold. But the Thing, who's a primary character in his movie, and he plays a big role in the next movie, he doesn't get one. It's like, what? It's so weird. He's not much smaller. He's same size as those characters as Red Hulk and Hulk. He fights with those characters. He's the same size.
I could understand if they didn't want to do it if he was in one movie or one thing, but it's pretty clear that the Thing's going to be in movies going on. So make a big mold of him, rip the Band-Aid off, and it's going to pay off later because it's going to be a sick minifigure that everyone's going to want.
Yeah, the one character I could see like doing something like that where it's exceptional, or not exceptional, acceptable, is something like Colossus, because he's kind of more of the in-between size of the normal hero and like the big guys like the Thing and the Hulk. He's not as big as those characters, but he's not as small as a normal character. So like it makes sense if they did something like that for him. But the Thing is that big guy, so it's weird they would keep doing that. It's a nitpick, whatever. These sets all look great. I'm really excited to see what other sets we get. Like I said, I kind of like that we get some, not really spoilers, but like some little insight into what to expect. Like the Sentry's a big one. You know what I mean? Again, like we don't see the Sentry anywhere in the movie or in the trailer. We definitely know we haven't seen the Sentry without golden hair. So like this is obviously some stuff in the movie we haven't seen yet. And so that's cool. We're going to be for sure seeing the Sentry in Avengers Doomsday. I love that. Because I think when they announced the characters, they just had Bob. I don't think they put the Sentry. So it wasn't necessarily even confirmed that the Sentry was in it. It was just Bob. So that's cool. All that being said, though, there's a lot of really cool stuff to come out of SDCC. I can't wait to see this trailer. I want you guys to see it too, because from everything I heard, it sounds super cool, and it does kind of change the narrative of what people are expecting. Because the first trailer is just showing the ensemble. The second trailer is more Doom is for real. He's a real threat, and this is why. And so I'm really excited to see it. So all that being said, a lot of fun stuff. Let us know what you guys are most excited for. What Lego set you like the best. Which announcement you guys are most excited about. All of that down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.